It's your favorite super duper mother daughter duo coming to you with all the positive vibes and helping you become exactly who you want to be. We're giving out all the good stuff on this podcast, and it's your host Tekoa and Sarah. So grab your mug because it's time for tea.
Hello, tea drinkers. We're back again, and it is time for tea. I'm Tekoa,
And I'm the Sarah.
and today we are talking about overcoming. Here at Time for Tea, don't forget we are teaching, empowering, and applying to help you become the best you can be. All right. So let's get into what it means to overcome. So definition wise, you want me to give it to them?
Give it to him. Give it to him.
I'll give it to them. So to overcome means to come over some type of difficulty or problem. So it means to make it over some type of obstacle. So
Mm-hmm.
something happens, something's holding you back, some situation, and you're dealing with it. And once you get around that situation, you overcame. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Yeah, so I know like most of us are in a situation right now. As humans, life keeps happening, things keep going on. We're constantly going through
Yes.
things. So you might be in a situation you need to overcome.
Correct.
Good thing we're
Correct.
here to help you
Correct.
get through that.
Correct.
So what are some of the things that you came up with when you looked up overcoming? I know you talked about some synonyms, and I think that'll be good so people can have
Yes.
some things
So
to
I
go along
looked up
with.
some synonyms. So I have beat, conquer, surpass,
Mhm.
defeat, overpower,
That's a good one.
master,
Okay.
and overtake.
Awesome. Awesome. Those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Yes, those are.
Go ahead. Those words, they gear me up for
They
a
have such
battle.
power.
Yes,
They have
they
power. I'm
do.
like,
Those
I
are
like
war
overtake. I'm like,
words.
ah.
Yeah, those are definitely words that say get me ready for a fight.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
for a victory in a fight,
A
you know.
victory.
Yes.
Correct.
So they make me feel victorious already. I overpowered something, I overtook something, so all of those really fire me up. So, and this is what I want to say. So as much as we are fired up by the synonyms of the word overcome, when you're in the situation, are we fired up? Heck no.
No,
Like heck no. The
we
world
almost
is
we feel
dark.
defeated. We're tapping out.
Yes. Yes, the world is so dark and gloomy and nothing seems to be getting better. You don't think you're going to overcome the situation. You're like in the midst of the storm, right? And when you're in the
Yes,
middle of the storm, it seems crazy. The wind is blowing. There's stuff everywhere and you can't really gain control of the situation, right?
all around. Yes.
Right. But I want us, because we are going to be overcomers after this, right? I want us to focus on our end result, and our end result should always be victory. Our end result should always be overcoming. So if you're in
Correct.
the midst of it and it seems crazy, focus on your end result. And that's something that I can get into. Like 4 steps to mastering overcoming things.
That's hot. Yes, because we are more than conquerors. So,
They're more
and
than
we already won the battle
yeah,
if we just keep our mind
for
focused
sure.
on that. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, it's hard when you're in the storm.
Yeah, and if we look at it from a spiritual perspective, when you're inside of a battle or something like that, it's literally just a lesson teaching you, giving you whatever you need so that you can continue on in life and get to your
Hmm.
next lesson. Unfortunately, and it's crazy. It seems life is just like a video game, right? You beat one level and then what happens? Something else. You have to face another
Go to the
boss.
next. Hmm.
Yes, it's constantly growing, constantly leveling up, and that's like literally what life is like. And it's so eye opening. But the 4 steps to overcoming adversity, the first one is to define the problem. So
Okay.
this we're going to start off with it early because if you are in a situation that you have an issue with overcoming or you don't think you're going to overcome,
Hmm.
stop, sit down, define what the problem is, define the situation, know exactly what's going on. If it's car issues, know what exactly is going on with your car. If it's you need a job, know what's going on with your job. If you're behind on bills, stop. How much do you need to get caught up? Like, let's get strategic in our battles and our fights, right? I love,
Hmm.
like, I watch documentaries about samurais in Japan because, like, the strategizing they did was immense. Like, I know I want to get to this country, Korea or whatever. Okay, that's fine. But I have to go through 3 other territories to get there.
Hmm.
So I'm going to find a way to do that. How am I going to conquer these 3 territories? So, you have a plan, whatever it is. How are you going to get there? How are you going to deal with that? Whatever your storm is, if your storm is, I'm pregnant, my baby father is nowhere to be found, I don't have a system to help me, I have friends, they're nowhere, to be found. What are you going to do? How are you going to set yourself up for success in this situation? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy, but your situation is not rare. So you have to find others you can rely on. You have to strategize. You have to connect and network. Find ways to help yourself win. Okay.
Don't panic.
And don't panic. So number one is define the problem. Number two is let's sit down and let's think of the worst outcome. And this is something I'm very good at. Thank you, anxiety. But I'm very good at sitting down, thinking of the worst outcomes. Like, what is the worst thing that could happen? Okay, let's get it all out my system. All the fear, all the doubt, all the anxiety, all of the grief, all of the sadness, thinking about my worst possible outcomes. It's
Mm-hmm.
done. Okay, got that out the way. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
Now what can I do? Now I can start to
Okay.
build upon that. Okay.
Okay.
So now that you have your worst possible outcome, resolve to accept it. Resolve to accept it. This is the worst possible outcome. The worst possible outcome is I might be raising this baby on my own. The worst possible outcome is I might not get a job for a few months and I might be way behind on bills. The worst possible outcome, and accept that. That's your worst possible outcome. You have to accept it. A lot of times we see a way out of situations that we're in and we see the worst possible outcome and it scares us to the point that we don't even make a move.
Yeah. It's a freeze. Yeah. Correct. Correct.
We don't even make a move because it's just so scary on the other side of oblivion. Like us, it's just so scary. We don't know what's over there. We don't know how to get there. So here we are. Here's our situation. Here's overcoming. And we decide to sit Indian style right here and stop because we don't want to get around that wall because it takes too much work, too much thought, too much strategizing. And we don't want to go through that process. It's a
Mhm.
lot. So the last step, after you resolve to accept it, you improve. Okay, you improve. So instead of sitting Indian style, now it's time to
Mhm.
work. It's time to get your hammer and start beating down that wall so you can overcome this situation, whatever your situation is. And I'd say all the time to my clients, and that's another thing too. If you need a life coach, if you need a therapist, if you need a confidant, a friend, a mentor, find some help. So that way it's not 3 years down the road and you're still in that situation sitting Indian style behind that wall because you're scared to take that first move.
Correct.
Find some help. Okay. So you can overcome. And when we say overcoming, you don't have to overcome by yourself. Plenty of
Yes.
great wars were won with armies. It's very rare people fight by themselves and win
Solo.
great
Mhm.
battles, right? So, like David and Goliath was an example of somebody who fought a battle by himself and won. But it's very rare that people go into battle by themselves. Grab your friends, grab your posse, get you a crew, get you a war crew who you can fight with and you can overcome things with. Okay. So
Mhm.
that's what I have for my
Correct.
4 steps to overcoming. You're going to define your problem, think of your worst outcome, accept that worst outcome for what it is, and then get to work on changing your solution. Those are my 4 steps. Okay.
Hot. That's hot. I
Yeah.
like that. I
I
like
mean,
that.
it's a war and we have to win it. So we have to
And but
know
and
how to do it.
strategically, we have to know how to win it.
We have to know how to win it. And every battle is different and calls
And
for
you
strategy.
can't go to a gun battle with a knife. Like you need to know
Unless you
what
got
you're
a hell of a
taking
throwing
to
arm.
what you're taking to these battles to overcome it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. That's a good step.
Mhm.
I
And
love
another
I love
add
that.
on, if you find yourself going through the same situation over and over, it's because you haven't learned your lesson. If you
Yeah.
find yourself dealing with the same type of people, why do I keep coming across you? Remind me of the last person I dealt with. It's because you haven't learned your lesson. So you have to kind of take a step back and learn, like, what is it that I'm missing here? What is it that I haven't quite grasped in this situation? So it's definitely good to reflect. That should be one of the things I added on that list. So
Number
reflect,
5,
reflect.
self-reflect. Very
Yes,
important.
if you're in the process of overcoming, if you overcame the situation and you come out on the other side, reflect. Because a lot of times when the dust settles and everything's done and over with, we go back to regular life and we don't look back. Look back and say, dang, that was crazy. How can I not go through that again? Or if I do come across that again, how can I be better prepared for next time?
Correct. Correct.
If
Correct.
I'm having car issues and I'm living paycheck to paycheck, then maybe I need to find a way I can make some extra income and have some savings put to the side.
Mhm.
If I'm messing with a guy and he's not a good guy and he kind of like just disappears on me, then maybe I need to focus on finding good men who are stable and who won't disappear. Maybe it's a red flag or a trigger that I'm missing, inside of these gentlemen. So you
Or
have
inside of you.
or inside of me, yeah. So you have to start looking at the situation and reflecting upon it and growing from that. And that is honestly That's the true way to be an overcomer, is
Yeah.
remembering your past battles, your lessons learned, and taking them with you.
Yeah.
Not leaving them behind at the war zone. No, I'm taking this with me.
It's a lesson. It's a
It's a
lesson. Take that
lesson.
lesson with you.
Put it in my foundation, and I'm gonna keep building, and that's gonna raise me higher in the end. I'm gonna be a greater fighter. I'm gonna be a greater
Hmm.
person. I'm gonna be greater observer, because I've been in situations before that I know how to deal with.
Yeah.
So, and whatever you're going through, it's not for it's not for nothing. It's all building you. It's all building character. It's all to help somebody else get through the same exact thing that you just went through. So continue to overcome. It's not even an option. Like, overcoming isn't like an option.
No,
No, you
no.
have to.
We are winners.
Yes, you have
We
to.
need to overcome.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I guess I could deal with this, or I guess I cannot. No, it's not a choice. You have to. Overcoming is definitely something that is something you have to do. Whatever your situation is, I don't care if it's something you've been thinking about for years. You have to overcome this. Like, because if you
Yeah.
don't, you'll be in the same spot forever.
Yeah.
You'll be
And that's not what you deserve and
stuck.
what you need. You
You'll be
need to
stuck.
overcome so you can get to the other side
Yes, you'll be stuck.
of
And
victory.
yes. And that goes into getting out of your comfort zone, overcoming things, getting out of your comfort zone and things like that. And one of the main questions, when you're overcoming, you get to learn what you're made of.
Ooh,
Isn't that
yes.
exciting? What am I made of? Who am I when my back's against the wall? There are so many situations that I came out of, and I look back and I was like, wow, like I never thought I would have made it out of that. I never thought I could have spoken up for myself. I never thought I would have said no to these type of opportunities, but it's because I have a different value for myself. I have a different
Hmm.
self-love
Hmm.
for myself that I gained from reflecting on those past battles
And overcoming.
and overcoming them, and knowing that I don't want to go back into those situations. Like, what you're not going to do is capture me 3 times and throw me in the same place. It's not going to happen. I'm going to start getting a
Correct.
little bit smarter, a little bit wiser, and I'm going to start avoiding those tricks and traps. So you have to level up. It's constantly about leveling up, and that's what I love about our podcast is we promote leveling up, we promote change, we promote growth, we
Hmm.
promote self-improvement and looking inside of
Correct.
yourself and seeing what needs to be changed so that you can align with your full self. How
Self.
amazing. Yeah, so we're getting you to that definition, that destination, but it's up to you to choose to put in the work to overcome some things, okay? All right, so
Amen.
let's get into the nitty-gritty of the personals. What are some things that you have overcome? Like, can you think of anything off top?
Um, I have overcome. So, you know what? The one where you're like the self-reflecting part of it,
Mm-hmm.
is where I'm at in my life. Is through all of the challenges of my life, I'm learning, one, more so to trust in God, learning more so that things that I see aren't really what it really looks like. So looking at life a little bit more with clearer eyes.
Okay, some clarity.
So where I'm not panicking as much, because my trust is I know someone has my back. And that's my daddy. So, so I've got over, and I've overcome so much stuff from growing from youth on up. I'm a better person now than I was when I was back in the day. And I know for me, I know one time you had said something about, me and someone was talking about the exes and the men and how they weren't treating us right and very negative. And you said something like, Mom, I really don't like how you act and how your aura is around when you talk negative. And then I stopped, and I changed it because I found out that how much it affected you. So I overcame somewhat of a man bashing
Yeah.
on, yeah. So, so I stopped being too harsh, even though I do have some slight issues with them, but not as harsh as I was, because I looked at what you had said, how it affected you, and how I looked and how nasty or negative I was, and I decided to change it so that I would be a better person, so that I reflect better in your sight. Of,
Oh,
so it is, and we're constantly overcoming. We're constantly overcoming because we don't want to be who we were yesterday. I know I don't. And I'm constantly wanting to improve on who I am. Am I perfect? Never. But I think that with us and with life and with God, he's like, he sees an effort of us trying. Even if we fall 10 times, we're aiming to try.
Yes, for sure.
And so that he counts as faith, as we're moving forward, knowing that we're trying to be a better us, be a better overcomer, destroy the nastiness and the evilness of who we are, which is a constant battle day to day. So
Okay.
definitely.
So one of your overcomings was your negative perception.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. And look how easy that is. It wasn't anything physical, it wasn't anything attacking her, but it was inside that she overcame. It was inside struggles, it was mindset, it was reprogramming of the subconscious that she overcame. How amazing is that? And that's one of the toughest battles to fight, is the battle inside of ourselves. You
Yeah.
know, that's one of the toughest battles to fight. We're constantly looking to improve other people, but to take a moment and say, let me overcome this thing I'm working with in myself. Let me
Well,
over-
and
Go ahead.
yes, sorry, T, go ahead. And what the change is that when you was affected by the negative and you confronted me with saying, hey, I don't like what I see in you, bashing, being negative. It doesn't bring out the best in you. I had to sit back and go, wow, my daughter is just like, this is not the best. I know you could be better. So, for me as a mother, what we tried, I know for me, is trying to be the best we can for our kids, for my kids, like the best me that I can be. And yeah, I have shortcomings, but that's when that did, I was able to sit back and go, wow, I need to check myself.
Yeah.
I need to reflect and check myself and change.
The issue and the energy, the negative energy from the perception of men, the negative self-talk of men, it wasn't, oh mom, I don't like the way you're talking negative about them because of them. I don't like the way you're talking negative about them because of you, because there's a place of healing that hasn't happened, because I can sense hurt, I can sense, grief, I can sense the trauma that has occurred, and that I don't like. That is like, oh girl, we got to fix this and we got to be better for us, because that's energy that's still in there that you're protruding out.
Correct.
About those past situations. And that's also, I'll point that out really quick. This is a good one. I like this one. So another so another point of overcoming is, after you deal with a situation, first of all, first and foremost, you'll always be overcoming, honey. So just
always
get your army boots on, get your war boots on, because we're constantly going to be in battle. Honeys and sirs and gentlemen, we're constantly in battle.
All of us, everybody.
I love y'all, but it's a fight, okay? And we're here to win. So when you overcome a situation, oh, good. Thank you, Lord. So when you overcome a situation, when you get out of war and you're fighting a battle and the battle is over, what do you think happens? Reflect and heal. So let's add that on number 5. Reflect and heal. Yes, I overcame. Yes, I made it out the situation, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. My pride is hurt. My feelings are hurt. I never thought I would go through something like that, in my life. So yes, I'm affected. Yes, I just came out of battle, so my wall is up. Yes, you can't just come over here and talk to me like you used to talk to me, because I just went through something, so I'm different now.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm different now.
Whether that's a good different or a bad different, I have to decipher that for myself. Okay. I have to choose whether this is the me that came out of that battle that I want to be, or whether I want to be a different person after this fight.
Correct.
Because you overcome a fight and you come out a nasty person, because some battles will bring out the nasty in you.
Yes.
Will bring out the nasty in you. Okay, the hood shit. Okay.
Yep. That's true.
Oh, shit.
Girl,
okay.
I need truth to go across the truth.
True. Period. Okay, because some battles, you don't know who you are. You don't know what you made of until you went through some things. And unfortunately, when dealing with situations where the heart is involved, and I love you, you can bring out the craziest in me. Okay. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with love and high emotions like that, and intense emotion, you can bring out the best in me
or the worst.
The worst in me. It's all on you, baby. But I know for me personally, I overcame. Like, I used to get mad. I used to get triggered. I used to want to get in your face and argue with you. I used to want to talk back. I used to want to this. Honey, now. Honey, what? Look, I'm running on 70% energy when I wake up. I don't even wake up with 100. So that means you want to argue, that might take about 50 to 30% of my energy. I ain't got time. Look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk away and go take me a break. I'm gonna go walk me in some nature or something and refill my cup because I don't have the time to argue.
Yeah.
Because what
Yeah.
is it doing? What is it doing? It's are we about to win? Are we about to overcome? Because if
Correct.
not, I'm done. Okay. So you have to choose what your energy goes into. And that was over time and time and time and time and time of going through that same battle.
Of dealing with that battle.
Girl, being in these relationships and arguing, of being and talking back and forth with people and having these conversations and they getting heated and saying, why? What is the point? Like, I'm wasting my energy, I'm wasting my voice. That's all the time. When people try to have like heated discussions or something with me, people pay me to talk. Talk to you for free. Wait with this nonsense. Oh, people pay me to talk. Know who you are, know your worth, and don't settle for anything. And you gain that through overcoming situations.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going there with you again.
Yeah.
I'm not going there with nobody ever again. I'm not going
Yeah.
there with myself because it's not worth it. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not who I want to be. It's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? And how much of a better warrior does that make me going into another battle? And now I got emotional control. You know what? I'm perfectly fine. I have emotional control. I can handle myself, and I can have intellect during our dialogue. You know, I'm not over here getting angry and flailing my arms. I don't have to raise my voice. But don't have to hear what we're talking about. None of that has to come from me anymore because I
Yeah.
don't have the energy for it. That's not who I am anymore. After about 3 battles ago, that me was left on the field, and a new me emerged. A me who knows better, who knows that's not going to solve anything. And there's nothing wrong with getting angry. There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself the way you express yourself. You're just not going to do it here with me, okay? And that's it.
Correct. Correct.
So it's constant. When you overcome a battle, when you finish a war, don't just move on to the next thing. Stop and think, who am I right now? Who am I right now?
Reflect. Yep. Who am I? How am I feeling?
Did I
Feel
pick
the
up
pain, feel
trigger?
the hurt, go through the whole process and realize who am I? And like you said, I love that. Do you want to be who you feel now, or do you want to be better? And you have that choice to make up during after that battle is done. Who do you want to be? Because you do come out angry on some battles.
You do. And you might be in the battle now. So I will say when you finish the battle, it's definitely good to reflect. But if you're in the midst of the battle and you're going through
You're surviving.
if you are surviving, girl, I almost got up and wanted to run around the room. If you are surviving, girl, because we surviving. I'm surviving right with you, and we're gonna get out of this survival mode.
You got this. You got this.
We are surviving. We just in the middle. We trying to take over a new territory, and we just in the middle right now. We are surviving. But it's cool because we coming out on the other side.
You coming out, baby. You coming out. Y'all coming out.
Your survival.
I promise you will come out.
Start to envision the you that comes out on the other side. If you are in the midst of the crazy, envision what it will be like when the crazy is done. When you are in the midst of the foolishness, to affirm who you are deep down inside. I might not look like it now, but I know who
I'm
I am
a winner.
down inside. I know I'm a conqueror. I know I'm overcoming. I know I'm victorious. I know I wake up in the morning and everything has to bow to me. I know I have big goddess energy. You have to affirm who you are. If you live on somebody and they talking crazy to you like you less than, then you should look at affirm who you are, under your breath. Use a lot because I know what I know deep down inside of me, what I'm capable of, and I'm capable of greatness. I'm capable of greatness. There's greatness inside of me waiting for me to overcome this battle so it can be activated in the way it needs to be activated, the proper way. I'm going through this lesson. I'm going through this fight because it's going to make me better. It's going to make me right. So you're going through this fight because it's going to make you right. So boom, get it on a t-shirt or something. But literally everything you're going through is
going through the fight because it's going to make you right.
Is going to make you right. And you have to, because sometimes it's crazy. You think soldiers be out in the battlefield like, yeah, I can do about 137 more days of this. No. And it's ooh, girl. And fighting a battle is not only a lot for you physically,
mentally,
emotionally, financially, socially. You're not talking to your friends no more.
Everybody cut off.
You can't go to work as much as you used to because you're not good up there. Your boss telling you need to go home because you're not even there. You're gone because you're in the fight. You're in the fight. How hard is it? And sometimes we dealing with more than one fight at the same time.
Ooh, been there. Girl, you speaking, you going down my lane, going down memory lane.
What's this? So sometimes you're dealing with more than one fight at the same time, and you know what? It happens. It
Ooh,
happens. It happens.
been
Do
there.
not allow yourself to even think that being defeated is an option. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an option. It's not an option. And there are times when you will feel like you want to give up. It's
Yep.
okay. Lay down, take your nap, restore your energy, but you got to get back up and fight. You have to get back up and fight.
Fight
Because
to win.
the moment you give up, that's it. That is where you stay. That is where you lay.
One,
That is where
two,
that's the end.
three,
That's it. That's
baby.
who you are. That's when you know that there's
Mhm.
something asking you to fight against it. Because sometimes I'd be chilling and something will stir up inside of me like, oh girl, you know this ain't right. You need to do something. I don't know where I'm chilling. It's like you need to do something. Something's not right. Something
Mhm.
doesn't feel right. We not aligned. What you gonna do? And I'm like, I'm on vacation. I just came back from a fight. I don't even feel like it. Like, sorry. Maybe next week. Maybe next month. Maybe next year. Cause I don't feel like dealing with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
With that. And we're dealing with that. But you will know when it's time to level up.
Yeah, you will
Whether you
know.
want to or not, your body and your intuition and your gut will start to speak in and be like, this ain't it. That's it, period. Do what you want with that information. You can stay here if you want. You can move if you decide, but you know what it is. And that's going to stay with you, whether you decide to fight the battle or not. That battle is
Yep.
going to be there.
Yep.
It'll be there waiting for you to pick it up. You know, you can fight, you can play, or you could not play, but you're going to sit there in that. So you might as well get up and fight. You might as well fight for the you that you know you are. You
Yep.
might as well. You might as well fight for the best. You might as well fight for your future. You might as well fight for your victory. You might as well fight. Nobody's gonna fight for you. And if they're fighting for you, they're gonna do a half ass. So you might as well fight for yourself.
Fight.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. I know you had like 8 steps or something.
I do. I have 8
Get
steps.
that to us because I don't know where we at, but I think we might be reaching 30.
Okay, okay, okay. Developing the mindset of an overcomer. One, find joy in the moment. So when you're going through your battle, find something to be thankful for, some joy,
Right.
something. If it's even I woke up, or if it's thank you, Lord, for the water, something, just mindful. Remember that whatever you are going through won't last forever, even though, Lord, I know it seems like it will, and it feels like you're in a battle. It is lasting forever, and I've been in many, many battles. It's not going to last forever, I
Yeah.
promise you. Remember that God's grace and goodness will help you through this process. Please have a higher calling, higher than you, all of you all, and whoever, whatever God, just you have to have a higher calling. You have to look at for something higher than yourself through these battles. Okay, learn from it. Just like Tekoa said, learn from it. There is always a lesson in the storms, so learn from what you're going through. Okay, stay optimistic, be positive. That's what that means. You can take this time to reinvent yourself, so as you're going through, you can and overcoming, you can
Didn't
be
I say that? Mm-hmm.
someone.
Start to
What do
envision.
you want to be? Who do you want to be? Be the best you want to be. If you want to be stanky, then be the best stanky you want to be. if you want if you want to be joyful, if you want to be a new you, reinvent you. Okay, you have the right. You don't have to be who you was yesterday. Be a new you. Shoot,
Switch it up on them.
you,
You got them.
you can do what you do. Not back down in the face of adversity. Don't back down. Face that thing. Like Taco said, face that thing because it's not going anywhere. Okay. Use obstacles as opportunity. So sometimes we're going through these storms, but in the midst of it, there's opportunities to take you where you need to go. It might look ugly, but in that dark spot, there's a little light. Grab it and see bigger than the problem. There's something else that is in the problem. There's growth, there's an advancement, there is finding who you are, seeing who your character is, growing that character. I know God grew me in integrity through a storm and showed me and said, this is what you have now, integrity. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was through a battle. And out of the battle came the prettiest thing, integrity.
Because
And
that
everybody don't have that. Boo.
builds you.
Yeah,
And
he built me.
integrity doesn't change.
No,
If you have integrity, that is something
it's
that's your character.
that's my character. And
Yeah.
that's through hell.
Built integrity.
Child, it was hell. Through hell came integrity.
How about that?
Ain't God good?
How about that?
Child.
Wow.
Look, don't let me cry on that because he's so good. So anyway, yeah, so truth is through your storm, there's a pearl. And there's a pearl of something that is being built, a better you.
Yes.
And once you got it, no one can take it away. It's who you are. And God is just chipping away.
Yes. Iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron, which means that if you are going through something tough, you're going to come out tough. Okay? If you are going through something tough, you're going to come out tough, baby. You're going to come out tough. What happened with cotton candy after it sit outside for too long? It turned into a rock.
Mhm.
You going through something. You are being attacked by different things, and these things are building you.
And when the word say you're going to come out as pure gold. So
No scratch, no flaw, no nothing. And first of all, because I know everybody who watches isn't spiritual or religious, but that God puts you through happens for a reason. So if you believe in God, then you believe that God putting you through something for a reason, and it's for a season, and it's not permanent, it's temporary, and He wants you to be your best self in that thing. So He might be putting you through something, but it's not for the something, it's for you, because He wants to watch how you act to it and how you act through it. And Mom might have went through that situation 3-4 times, but it wasn't until she gained integrity in it that it was like you learned your lesson.
that's and as soon as I learned it, as soon as I got it, I got out. As soon as I'm like, that's it. That's it. It was done.
How amazing is that?
It was done. I was out. Now it took 3 years, but 3.5 years, but it was a long list. That's why I said stay in some storms for a long time, some of us. But when it finally got it, and as soon as I got it, I was gone.
Girl,
So God is good. So
yeah.
And again, everybody's not spiritual, but it's still, we all still have to go through something,
what do you
and
believe?
we
The
all are
universe
able
or
to
God
overcome
or
it.
whatever. Everything you're going through is for a reason. Most of the time, and I know y'all, I love y'all, but most
Sometimes
of
we
the
do it
time,
ourselves.
girl, yeah, most of the time you signed up for the reason you fighting for.
Yeah,
Most of you
sometimes it ain't
signed
even God.
yourself. You signed yourself up for war, girl. That situation was like, would you like to fight? And you was like, sure.
Me?
And then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of fighting. Girl, you signed up for that one.
Yeah. So everything is not a trial, a tribulation through God's doing something. Sometimes it's our own foolishness and stupidity and ignorance and
Forgive me, Lord, for I am only flesh and blood.
So you and you need to know, is this my fight or is this God fight? And who who ordained the fight? If it's you, child, stop it.
Fight. Get ready to fight. And some of the fights
you might be in there for a minute.
The fight, that's the fights we put ourselves in, girl. We in it because we let ourselves get into it. So when you in a situation like that, and we over our 30 minutes, but I love y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all get this little juicy tea real quick. Sip, sip, y'all. Get y'all juicy tea. Sip, sip. It's hot. It's hot. Blow. Yeah, this is hot. So when you in a situation and you put yourself
Say one more time.
Oh, when you're in a situation and you put yourself in there, God can't get you out because there is something that was in you that wanted whatever that situation was. And until you shed whatever that layer was that put you in foolishness and got you drowning and looking foolish over in the corner with so and so in whatever situation you in, that's on you. That's on you. Until you start to look at who am I and why did I do this to myself, then God can't help you. Because when I get you going through another one, because you don't know you. You don't know
Yeah.
what it is about you that keeps putting yourself in foolishness. Oh, and church testimony. Let me tell you something. My People Pleasers Anonymous, you know, I be shouting y'all out every episode. People Pleasers Anonymous, we recovering addicts of people pleasing. That will put you in the hole every single
Yeah.
time. Okay, being a yes, ma'am. People will come up to me and be like, "Hey, Tekoa, could you?" Yes, I don't even know what the rest of the sentence was. Okay, and now I'm working, doing all types of foolishness, and I'm stressed and overwhelmed emotionally, physically, financially. And you think God is like, "Oh my bad, that was just a battle you had to go through." God is like,
No.
"Stop saying yes, dummy."
Stop saying yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gave
Yeah.
you your mouth for a reason. I gave you boundaries for a reason. I'm teaching you self love for a reason. I'm showing you what you like and don't like for a reason. What's acceptable and not acceptable for a reason.
So you don't be in unnecessary battles that ain't even for you to be in. Because you're not coming out pure gold at all. You're just coming out tired.
Okay. Pure gold, girl. This thing don't even shine no more. It's so dull. Okay.
Woo, that was good. Girl, that was some good stuff. That was truth
Honey.
all
So
day.
if you putting yourself in them crazy situations, stop. Stop. All right, come get
Okay.
me as your life coach, because I'm the coach that's gonna tell you for real, for real. Like, girl, that sound dumb.
Mm-hmm. So
Dumb. Do that. To do that.
so be an overcomer. Try to overcome yourself.
Oh, girl, and that's the biggest battle is overcoming our darn selves. Okay, we cannot physically, emotionally, spiritually overcome anybody else. That's not what it's about. It's about
Yep.
overcoming yourself. That's it. Because when they're gone, you still got to deal with you.
Woo!
You still laying down with you. And I think
Man
it's
in the
so
mirror.
funny. You know, people complain, "Oh, this person, this person, this person." Then you get out the relationship, and it's like, maybe it was me. You have to overcome you. Okay. So I will leave it on that note. So, yes, overcome, fight these battles, sit down and reflect. Heal yourself after you finish fighting, honey. Okay. It's the good fight, but heal yourself. Be grateful for the battle. Be gracious with yourself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Grateful for the battle, gracious with yourself. Be patient, love on yourself, and heal so that you can go into the next battle 100% and fully ready to fight. Okay.
Correct.
And you know what you're fighting for, you know what you're not fighting for, and you know where you're going. All right. And start to envision and affirm who you are. You are an overcomer. Everyone should be saying that after this episode every single day you think about it. I'm an overcomer. Put that into your brain. It's something that you're going to affirm to yourself daily, because we fight battles on the daily.
Every day, all the time.
Day, every single day. Whether
Yep.
it's at the gas station, the grocery store, at work, with the kids, with the husband,
You
with
wake up, good morning.
mom,
Whoop.
with whoever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, with the bills. So we fight battles every day, honey boos. And it's like, you gotta heal yourself. You
Yep.
gotta fill your cup. You gotta stay strong. You gotta stay nourished. Okay. You gotta stay in it for the good fight. And like I said, you don't have to fight alone. Some of the greatest war strategists had a group of councilmen that they would go to strategize with. You don't have to fight alone, okay? So let's overcome all of these challenges together. Let's take 2021 on head on. We are fighting the rest of this year. We're going and swinging, and we're coming out victorious. I feel bad for 2022 because it's not ready. It's not going to be enough resources in 2022 to fill us, to give to us for our gifts that are coming out. So I am excited. I am excited. I'm excited. And I look forward to it, you lovelies. All right. And that is all for today. You have anything to add for our overcoming episode?
Love you.
Yes, we love you guys. Mwah, mwah. And have a great week. Have a great week.
Enjoy.
And win the battles. You
Win
guys.
it.
Win it. Win it. Win it. Losing is not an option here at all. All right. We love you. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
That's a wrap of today's episode. And once again, this is the podcast, Time for Tea, where we are teaching, empowering, and applying and giving out weekly doses of some good stuff for your spirit. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same place. Bye.